to the wind, even without being said. I don't want to bore you with my troubles, but there's something about your love makes me weak and knocks me off my feet. Something about your love that makes me weak and knocks me off my feet. Knocks me off my feet. I don't want to bore you with it, but I love you, love you, I love you. I don't want to bore you with it, but I love you, love you, I love you more and more. We lay beneath the stars, under a lover's tree, seen only through the eyes of my mind, and I reach out for the part of me that lives in you. Only our two hearts can find. I don't want to bore you with my troubles, but there's something about your love makes me weak and knocks me off my feet. Something about your love that makes me weak and knocks me off my feet. Yes, knocks me off my feet. I don't want to bore you with it, but I love you, love you, I love you. I don't want to bore you with it, but I love you, I love you, I love you more and more.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Put your glasses.
Enjoying my my new chairs.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. Welcome to the Third Eye Club.
Oh, wow.
You know why? What's in the house?
Frank Ruffolo's in the house with his new book. We've got Johnny Melnick. The first episode of Song Studios premiering today at 3 o'clock. Johnny, I feel like all I need now is a glass of wine, hanging out. I can't believe it's only 12 o'clock in the afternoon, but it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Yeah.
He laughs. Do you know what this is?
That would be a duck on Samael of Sarah.
If you call in, and when you see the duck, you call in, I'm going to spin the wheel, and you are guaranteed to win a prize. If the duck is not here and you call in, you're not guaranteed to win a prize. But when the duck is up, you're guaranteed to win something. So you'll win something if you call. What's the phone number?
888-994-4995. You can follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at the Brooklyn Cafe TV for some exclusive behind-the-scenes content. You can see whatever Freddie's up to and what he's going to be chit-chatting about. I don't even know what.
Well, if you buy any of Frank's books, you get a pair of these glasses until they run out. If they run out and you buy, don't get mad. because people are buying them and they're all over the place. He walks in here with this view. I says, well, I got to put mine on too.
It's a new view, as they say.
It's the new view?
It's the new view.
Is that what they say?
It's a new view of the world. Third eye. Can you imagine if you actually, well, we all do have three eyes, but if we actually all utilized our third eye the right way.
We should wear these glasses when Sally does her shows on Monday afternoon.
Yeah, okay.
Because it'll freak her out.
You think?
Yes.
I don't know, I feel like I should be at Woodstock.
You know, you look freaky. I don't know if the third eye is a good idea for you.
For me, probably not. You know, I've been time traveling these days, so.
Now, I noticed you took my umbrella away.
Yes, I did take your umbrella away.
I don't know why you did that.
Because you really shouldn't open an umbrella. It's like you're 6. You should not open an umbrella inside and put it over your head, but yet you continued to do it, so I removed.
But why would you do
I
that?
removed the
What do you mean I'm
stimulus from
6?
you. It's like you're 6.
If you're 5, you don't get an umbrella?
It's like when you tell a kid don't do it and you put it in front of them and they do
Well,
it again.
Well, that just goes to reason. Don't
Like
tell me
you're
not to do
6.
it.
Like you're 6 is all I can say.
You're not very nice.
Frederick, look at that. 2012 debate. Your media pass.
Oh, that's the debate that I did. Is that the one in?
At Lynn, yeah.
Oh, that's the debate between Romney and Obama that I got to cover at Lynn University. I'm glad you put that up.
That's pretty cool, actually.
And I was there, and I got to interview both of them. And Romney slapped Obama around like a hockey puck that night. It was not even close.
Next Tuesday, actually, we have Tabling Tuesday at Lynn. Just
I'm
an
sorry?
FYI. We have an event at Lynn next Tuesday, Josh. Tabling Tuesday again.
Oh, okay.
It's like, okay.
But Josh, is you gonna send Josh, or are we all going?
Oh, I ain't going.
I'm sending Josh.
Chelsea.
Was that Chelsea? Did she knock the table over?
Yeah, okay.
You okay, Chelsea? Did she fall? I don't know. Anyway, we got a great show lined up for everyone.
That's
We've got
too easy.
all of Frank's books here and at the latest
And we're
edition.
making an announcement. He's gonna announce. This cover was done by very own Josh Martin.
Really?
My favorite Martian.
You did a nice job on this. And we've got Splash. Is it Ivy Splash or Splash Ivy?
It's Ivy Splash.
Ivy Splash Ivy.
If you're drinking of it, anything you say
With
is
Dr. Ryan and Allison joining us.
Allison happens to be an old friend. I talked to Linda about her. She said, "Oh my God!" So she'll probably be watching today. You know
Oh, that's
her
great.
going back in the day.
Yeah, many, many, many years ago.
Just grab your mic.
I've known Linda 12 years. It has to be longer than that.
Yeah, I started where we worked together in 2007. So that's how long. So I know her a little bit more than you, I think.
Yes, you do.
Ah.
But okay.
How long you known Linda?
I don't know, but it's a
Not that
long
long, I
time.
don't think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2008, 9.
Wow.
I don't know. She has a date. I don't remember.
Long time.
It is. How long I know you?
Centuries.
Linda introduced us. Because you and Chuck were doing this.
Are we discussing the third eye, how long I've known you, or are we discussing this physical world lifetime, how long I've known you?
All right, third eye deal. Don't
Frank's
talk in
right there
public.
with me. Frank's got this.
Well, Frank could talk about it.
Centuries. Back in the day. I got to talk to Frank about his Flintstone post also.
You and Sarah Spiritual.
Well, man.
Apparently, I know her for centuries.
Centuries. I heard that the other day.
She said it. You heard it, right?
Yes.
Wasn't me.
She said, how many lifetimes has she known you?
This life or prior others?
You never know.
You believe in prior lives?
Absolutely.
You do. Does your husband believe in that?
Absolutely, yes.
They've been married too long.
They've been
They're
married a month.
honeymoons.
They've been married a month.
They're honeymoons.
Almost a month.
When did you guys get married?
December 29th.
My condolences to either one.
A little more than a month.
I know. And nothing's changed. Everything's great.
It's even better.
That's what happens when you have a little vodka.
Isn't that nice? It's like when you get married the second time around. You know what
Try
you're
the
looking
fifth
for
time,
a little
but
bit.
okay.
You know what you're looking for. Except for Frank and Chris. You've been married how many years, Frank?
49 in June.
God bless.
How many years?
49
in June.
I need a quadruple set of glasses. Four eyes.
49. We're together 50 years, 49 in June.
Could write a book about that.
It's another book.
He did.
He's
Memoir of a Soldier. Mary the
You
Archangel.
know, I had it all balanced out.
You can't balance things like that because you know I'm bound to unbalance something. That's the new book.
Now I gotta ask him. Holy smokes, Frank! There's a lot of pages here.
That's what I
lot
said.
of pages.
They get longer.
See, I always measure a book by the weight. A lot of pages. This one's 400 pages, right? 408 or something.
Wow.
Like that. This one would take me 4 months. I'm just being honest. I mean, and reading is not fundamental. Remember that back in the day, reading is fundamental.
Yes. With
I got the
SRA
fun
cards.
part,
Remember
but
the
I didn't get
SRA
the rest of
cards?
it.
Those
What?
green, the SRA
No,
cards.
I threw those in the garbage.
You were the brown. I think I
no.
had green.
I was very upset because in my class, I was the athlete of the class, and I ended up getting like a purple, which meant duh. So I got very mad.
Isn't that crazy? It was color coded, so no one knew what level you were, but everyone knew what the colors
Everybody
meant.
knew.
So it was just like this.
What was
random
your
thing.
color?
I
Brown.
don't remember.
Top-notch
Why
brown.
was brown?
Yeah.
Don't you remember that before they had copy machines, you would put the thing on the machine and you would spin it, and all the ink would be there. You could smell that ink.
We used to get high on the
What
ink.
was that called? I don't even like. It was like a thermal.
Josh remembers. He used to get high on the
something.
ink.
He
Right?
would
I
just.
don't remember what it was called.
That's why he wants to work in a
I think it
print
was
shop.
mimeograph. Mimeograph machine?
Mimeograph. You would just turn it right, and then
It was
you could
purple.
just smell the ink, the purple
Yeah,
ink.
purple, blue. I love the smell of it. I mean,
Everybody loves to smell.
teachers to
everybody's
hand it
high-
out, and the kids, we also just smell
You'd
the
all
paper.
like smell the paper. They don't do that, right? Now they don't have any of that fun.
Mr. Radar
Josh is
used to
gonna go
have
work in a
that.
print shop so he can smell the ink again.
I sit with a Sharpie under my nose.
You could draw a little mustache here, a Sharpie mustache.
The things we did before CBD. You know, you were just. It's a good thing. I had this ready because I thought Rich was coming.
What? You come
But he
on
didn't
now.
come.
That's why you have. That's why you have this thing here.
Oh, okay. I
You
thought
have it
meant
too.
something else. That's
You
what
notice you have a little indentation above your lip.
Everybody
has that.
That's when the angels come down and kiss you and make you
No, that's when
forget
your
everything.
parents said, "Shh, don't talk." See,
No.
they press
That's when
down.
the angels came down and gave you a kiss and said, you will now forget everything you knew from the previous life and you will relearn it again and better in this life.
What the hell are you drinking? Okay.
Doesn't that make a whole lot of sense?
I have to look at the camera because
Because Chelsea's here.
C-Square's in the house,
Yes, our producer's in the house.
so I'm
It
not
says-
allowed to look at you.
Let me tell you something. Trying to do thumbnails and find a picture of you and me where you're actually looking up and not in your cup of coffee or not scratching your head or down on your phone or making a funny face. She's right. It's not easy.
Let me tell you something.
Just like that.
Let me tell you something. When a guy is in front of his television, what do we do? Josh, what do we do? When you're watching TV, come on the sofa. You know what you
He
do.
sits with Jack.
Where's the hand go? Where's your hand go? We sit with our hand inside our pants.
What?
Every guy does that.
Get out of here.
Frank, back me up,
He's not
Frank.
going to back you up. He's still in the angel
Frank,
kiss.
you know it's true.
For the most part, maybe.
Yeah. You sit and you watch the game,
I'm
you
not,
have your
even, I'm not
hand.
even going to ask Johnny if it's true or
You
not.
keep your finger. Johnny can't because Johnny plays the piano.
What's that?
You put your hand in your pants when you're watching television?
Thank you, Zachary.
I don't want to go there.
Now it's funny because guys won't admit it, but I will tell you, every guy I know has done it.
What?
Yes. Yes. That's what guys do.
And does your wife let you do that?
It's none of her business.
She's got no choice.
Thank you. You see, this is a man
I
right
said,
there.
get your hands out of your pants.
This, you know,
Why? First of all, sometimes you put it right on top of where the waist is. It's like holding your belly.
you know,
Well, you think it's
it
going to
was.
fall
I
off?
told a story one time. It was a crazy night. A comedian. He says, so I got picked on in the audience. He was heckling me. I guess I was, I don't know if I had a couple too many. I was being too loud. But he goes, what do you do? He goes, I play. I'm a musician. He goes, you must be really good. It's Saturday night. You're here. Which is like a shot. I said, okay, fair game. He goes, how'd you start playing the piano? I said, well, my mother told me to take my hands out of my pants and put them on the piano keys, and that was it.
And there's the truth right there, baby.
But
It is so true. You never heard of that? Come on, the Chuckster doesn't do that? Please. Please. You just don't notice. Everybody does. Every guy does it.
If
Just,
he did, I would say something like,
what are you
you're
going to
gonna lose
say?
it, or what are you doing?
No,
or
you
why
can't
you
say
doing-"
nothing.
Yes,
That's a
you
man code thing.
No.
You're gonna
Oh,
go
yeah.
blind.
What?
Remember that?
You're gonna go blind.
Can you do that?
That's another saying. You see, that was too easy. And Frank knows what I'm talking about. No, you ain't going to go blind. You ain't doing that. All you're doing is keeping the hand warm. Because when you reach for your coffee, you want to do it with a warm hand.
Listen, all right,
Well,
you guys have
the comeback to that is, I'll just stop when I need glasses.
Exactly. Could I stop
You guys
with the
have boys?
glasses?
We have two sons. We
How old are
have a 14-year-old and
And a 6-year-old.
they? So the 14-year-old, you might be having this conversation. The 6-year-old, nah, not so much.
Well, there's a lot
Yeah.
of conversations you have to have with your kids, right? When they get older.
course.
Yes, but
13, 14.
there's no medical proof that you're going to go blind from putting your hand down your
But
pants.
do you know every guy tries? Guys try. It ain't about the end result. It's about the journey. I can't believe we're having a straight conversation. Frank says you go blind, you
I
get
can't
new
believe you're
glasses.
still having the conversation. You haven't dropped it yet.
Is it embarrassing you?
Yes,
Is it
I
making
think
you
we're
feel
gonna go to
uncomfortable?
commercial break, and when we come back, we're
No,
actually gonna talk about-
Hold on. Josh, can you please ring the bell? Please ring the bell.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. No, ring it. Don't
It's not working.
ring it. Thank you. But you know what a wuss. That bell has to be.
It's
I
right
get
in
Amazon to
Allison's
do it.
ear.
What?
It's right in Allison's ear.
It's okay. Allison is. You kidding me? I've been drinking buddies with Allison already.
We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, let's talk Ivy Splash, books, and some more music.
Get a pencil and paper. Oh, wait a minute.
Helen's coming, I don't know.
I talked when you were talking. I'm sorry.
More to come. We'll be right back.
Do you have an idea for a show or a podcast? Do you want the opportunity to be on TV? Amp Media Productions is partnered with True Oldies Real Radio Station and powered by many online platforms such as Roku, Facebook, YouTube, and even Amazon Fire to help amplify your impact. Do you want your voice to reach a wide audience? Call us today at 866-224-5422.
Le Sorel Restaurant, home of the authentic Italian tradition, offers a large menu that consists of seafood, steak, homemade pasta, brick oven pizza, and homemade desserts including a wide wine selection. We also have the best bar in Boca Raton with delicious cocktails, homemade limoncello, cappuccino, Italian espresso, brandy, and other specialties, open every day with a lunch and dinner menu. For more information or to make a reservation, contact lesorelrestaurant.com or call 561-235-5301.
Being a successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
Amp Media Productions is excited to announce our expansion into North Miami. With our experienced team of radio and TV professionals, we are dedicated to bringing North Miami the highest quality audio and visual production services. Whether you need radio or television commercials, podcasts, music videos, or audio and visual storytelling, we can provide the solutions to help you reach your goals. Our team is reliable, innovative, and creative, and we're ready to help you develop the perfect product. With our competitive rates and personalized service, you can trust that your project is in the best hands. Contact us today to get started on your project. 866-224-5422.
South Florida's Good Time Oldies. Now, Boca and Delray Beach have their own oldie station. Catch us on 95.3 FM. It's the greatest rock and roll hits of the 60s and 70s. On South Florida's Good Time Oldies, 95.3 FM.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Boca resident. I got a girl and Ruby is her name. She don't love me, but I love her just the same. Hey, Ruby, Ruby, since I met you, made a bet that I would get you. Ruby, Ruby, when will you be mine? Each time I see you, baby, my heart cries. I'm gonna steal you from those other guys. Ain't got love and money too. Gonna give it all to you. Ruby, Ruby, when will you be mine? Ruby, Ruby, when will you be mine? Dino DiNucci.
Very nice. The man, the myth, and the legend. And his show today is at 3 o'clock. It's going to be the taping, and you're all invited to come into studio and watch the Melnick
3
Magician.
o'clock and watch the kid burn on screen.
Song Studio with Johnny Melnick, and then tonight it's going to be again on True Oldies 95.3, 96.9, and all up and down the east coast of Florida.
I know. We're really excited about this this show because never done a show like this in all the years that I've done this. First time working it from inside out.
You know, it's, Freddie, it's something to be thinking about for a long time. The musicians, they're in clubs. They're in dark corners of clubs throughout America, and they got to get them out there. There's a lot of songwriters out there who get discouraged. There's no place to go. There's no place to do it. There's no place to show their wares and show their music and play their music. I mean, so let's give them one. Let's try to give them one.
It's funny you say that because Megan, not that Megan, Megan too, that was here yesterday.
Right.
She now is going to continue writing her music because you gave her the influence and the positivity that she can go somewhere with it.
Well, sure.
And we had someone in today, and she does music management. So I'm thinking this is going to be a great collaboration between who you bring in and her music management skills for people who are looking to get it out there. They don't know how. They want to create music. And then
Exactly.
she does the back end. She does the booking. She does the management. She does the press releases. She even sells the tickets.
Oh, gee, that's good.
So I think this will be a
marvelous.
great collaboration. She's starting her show probably in March.
It's
You know,
WTF.
In general, you know, it's a music business.
Yes.
And most musicians don't get the second part. You know, they're balled up in what they're doing, to playing music and creating. I don't know if we talk about the sides of the brain, but there's just it's tough. It's tough to do it for yourself.
Yes.
And you need help, and let's try to bring other people into your circle to make that job a little easier. And
She's going to help put all that together.
Musicians, like artists, they know they're good at what they do. Like you sing, you play multiple instruments and everything else. The part about finding the way of dealing with it so that everybody can see it and hear it is the part that they're afraid of because they don't want to feel like they failed at something. So they'll stick just to the music. And they won't do the second half to get it produced out there.
It's not that they don't.
They
You
don't.
know how.
No, I'm
yeah, it's
telling you.
it's out of your wheelhouse.
Correct.
You're not drawn to business. I mean, like I think about it. You know, you have choices in life of what you want to do for a living, and I chose this, and it's a passion, and you take a shot. You know, there's no roadmap.
Nope,
There's
that's
no
why
roadmap.
there's the management side of it. It's like what we do. She does what she does, and then we'll do her show. She'll do the promotion of it, and see if we can get some of Johnny's artists to work with her and vice versa.
Well, she's asked about one of our artists that's away. I'm going to talk to her when she goes back. I'd love to see what she could do for her. But she says she needs a bigger stage. And I'm going to tell you, this lady, she produces some big stages. So we'll see what happens.
So more to come. And Dr. Ryan, I believe, has a band. Am I correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Ivy Splash and his newlywed beautiful wife, bride Allison, joining us from Ivy Splash.
Thank you.
And Doc, you play the drums?
I play the synth. I play synthesizer.
The same thing he's playing.
Just like you, yeah.
Come over here and do something.
You want to play something?
Oh yeah,
Great.
we're going to
off the hook.
We're going to talk
Yeah?
about Splash, and then we're going to put you up on the spot.
Absolutely.
All right, yeah.
I love
Because
it.
I'll be a doctor and a musician today.
Do you play the drums? Josh, you have your drums here, don't you?
Yeah.
Anybody play the drums? You play the drums?
I mean, I could keep a steady beat.
ER doc, musician, keyboard player, and then Ivy Splash,
ER doc.
Father, med spa owner, yeah.
father, med spa owner, all of the above.
Boy, this guy's very well
And a
rounded.
newlywed. How many kids between you two?
5 total.
That's what I thought.
5
Yeah.
total.
Yeah.
Just got married.
They've been busy.
You guys are fast.
That's why we had to get married. We need the tax break.
They're like the Brady Bunch.
And they are actually extending the tax break for this physical year, you heard?
Are they?
For the family. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Doesn't
it's
help me
good
anymore.
news. Congratulations. Not you.
Thank you, man.
They got 5 with 5 more on the way.
I don't think so.
Tell us about Ivy Splash.
So Ivy Splash is a medical spa. We specialize in IV hydration and wellness. We also do weight loss injections and certain spa services, like we have an infrared light sauna, an oxygen bar, massage chairs, the compression boots.
And we also have a CBD oil. We do a lot of things that we do in our spa. We get folks because they're coming in because they're in pain. And this is such a great alternative besides doing narcotics and things like that. You can get an IV that has Toradol. Use our sauna for deep muscle repair. And like I said, we even have an oil that's actually 6,000 milligrams that works almost instantaneously for aches and pains, which is incredible. So actually this morning we both woke up with our backs hurting and we used it today. So that's why I actually had it with me in my purse.
So let me ask, the inflammation in the body is creating the pain, so you remove the inflammation from the body?
It's complicated, but there can be any number of reasons why you might have pain. But it's very often muscle tension and muscle inflammation, like you're saying, is a very common cause. And a lot of times that muscle tension is pushing on nerve roots, and that's why you feel pain that radiates down a leg or down an arm. So one of the ways to attack the cause is to release that muscle tension, which infrared does that. CBD is anti-inflammatory, so that helps. And then sometimes you have to take anti-inflammatories like ibuprofen. But we like to offer the alternatives to that.
Well, if we did an IV of Toradol, which is a painkiller, right? People take Toradol daily, which is, they just do, because some people can handle it. How often would they come to you for this IV, and how long does that IV last for pain?
So Toradol, it's similar to ibuprofen, so it's going to last 4 to 6 hours. You really shouldn't take it on a regular basis because it's not so good for your kidneys if you take it chronically. So yeah, if you have to take something on a regular basis, better choices would be ibuprofen, naproxen, or meloxicam, which is by prescription.
Now, is IV more gentle on the kidneys than taking a pill?
It's about the same.
Difference?
No, yeah, it's not really any better or worse on your kidneys, but IV Toradol works faster and it doesn't irritate your stomach as much because it's not going through your stomach.
And we had talked about the hangover IV. What is that?
Yes. Very common question. So I give the most important elements in a hangover IV. So that's the fluids, most importantly, because if you're hungover, the most important thing is you're dehydrated, and you need to be rehydrated as quickly as possible. So normal saline, it has the same amount of salt in it as your blood, so it goes right to your bloodstream. And I put Toradol in it to help with the aches and pains of the hangover, and Zofran to help with the nausea, and they both help with the headache that you get with it as well. Those are the most important things to take when you're hungover. We also have vitamins, of course, and you might be vitamin depleted as well. But
everything goes in the IV at the same time?
Yes, so we can mix vitamins in with the hangover bag as well. And yeah, but again, the most important things are the Toradol, Zofran, and fluids.
And if you don't have a hangover, why would people come to you?
All kinds of reasons. A lot of people come in because they're feeling sick or they were exposed to someone who's sick and they don't want to get sick. You know how many times have you missed work because you had a cold or, some other virus? So there's not really any cure for the cold, but there are treatments for it. We know vitamin C and zinc work for viruses, and anyone who has a virus is dehydrated. So one of the most common things we see is, hey, doc, I was just exposed to somebody who had some flu symptoms. What can you do for me? And so I give them an immune boost IV.
Hey, Doc, we just had Baxton in the studio. What can you do for all
Baxton,
15
come
of
back.
us?
We got to put you. I'm gonna personally stick that needle in your arm because the guy's a mess. Now, you two know someone that we know from the radio station.
Yes.
Jody. Because Jody had COVID, and she wasn't feeling well after she got over COVID, and she went to see you.
She was very dehydrated when she came to see us, especially the first time. And yeah, I gave her fluids and I think Zofran. And when I was done with the bag of fluids, she was still not looking good, still not feeling better. So I actually ended up giving her a 2nd liter of fluids. She turned out to feel much better by the end of it. And she came back a few more times.
She called me and she says, you got to go see this guy because we got it.
Yeah.
I got it at the same time that she did, more or less.
Yeah,
but
we'll take care of you too.
She saw when you guys came in and we had like this giant hoopla. And she says, oh my God, they're here.
Like food poisoning. Come see you instead of going to the ER for fluids.
So I can't make a general statement like that.
But you need fluids.
But yes, look, when you're dehydrated, when you can't keep up with the fluid losses, and certainly we'll take a look at you, and if you need fluids, we can give you fluids. We can make you feel better.
We know on Monday there's going to be that really bad bug going around, Super Bowl-itis.
Yes.
Yes.
Where half of Americans are calling out from work because they got a cough and cold. Yeah.
So you're going to be supplied
too many
to.
chips and nacho cheese.
Correct.
That is
Much
that's
layered
such a
bean
good.
dip.
So get your groove on Monday.
Yes.
After the Super Bowl, line them up.
If
Yes,
your
we are
staff
open.
tries to call out, you can let them know you're going to be back to work. Go get a hangover bag. Get your employee back for the day.
Yes, that's our message to all you managers out there. If your employees are calling out sick a lot and you want them to come back in faster, an IV can help them recover much quicker.
I don't think people realize because they think if they're sick or they're hungover, they can have a Gatorade or some water, ginger ale. But when you lose that many fluids and you feel so awful, 2 bags or 1 bag of fluid, you feel so much better.
Yeah,
It perks you right up.
for sure. A liter IV is about the same as drinking 4 liters of an isotonic solution such as Gatorade or Powerade.
Wow.
So sometimes you need 2 liters. So many people when they're hungover are not capable of drinking 4 to 8 liters of fluid. And so it's much faster and easier to get an IV.
And sometimes you don't even know you're dehydrated. Remember I fell last year? I wasn't dehydrated. I slipped and I fell.
You mean where you were unconscious and they took you to the ER?
That.
Wow.
But I ended up with 2 liters of fluid.
You were dehydrated.
I was dehydrated, but not because I was sick or because I fell, because I had worked out that morning. I was trying to get ready for my son's wedding, so I was on this workout, lack of food kind of situation.
Yeah.
2 liters of fluid, and I was ready to go home again.
It had nothing to do with her working out. You were dehydrated,
But why?
And I would bet
But
you
I think a lot of people walk around dehydrated and they don't
in
realize
Florida,
it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I would say 90% of the population.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm an
I was
ER
gonna ask
doctor.
that. What do you think the percentage of people dehydrated? And from the outside, isn't that like a major cause for so many things?
Yes, more
When
than
your
half
body
of
gets
people, I would
dried
say for
out,
sure.
It's only natural for it to rebel in some way.
I mean, who here can say that they drink 8 cups of water a day, and not caffeine or alcohol? Because then you have to drink more.
True.
Probably, no one's raising their hand.
It's funny how we're told that from time to time with children, and we
Right.
don't get it.
And yeah,
If
and
you
no
don't
one does
believe
it. Yeah, you have to be careful, especially in Florida, especially in the heat of the summer, because You're not the first person I've seen. So I'm an emergency doctor, Dawn.
Right.
And you're not the first person I would have seen that has come in from fainting or, from kidney failure, just from one day of working outside really hard. You save your kidneys, stay hydrated.
Yeah. And the funny thing is that when you're trying to heal, like a displacement or a twist on your wrist or something, when you try to heal dehydrated, it takes a long time.
Right.
That's how I could tell he's dehydrated.
Yeah.
Because he's had that carpal tunnel for that little wristband he's had on for
Who's
months. You. That wristband.
And you're still playing.
No, it's not carpal tunnel. It was an actual injury from playing.
Yeah.
I was working on a Carnival cruise, and I was in the piano bar for 3 weeks. And if you play a slow song in the piano bar on a Carnival cruise, they're going to throw you overboard. So it was like rock and roll for 3 weeks straight. And I got home from the gig, and the next day I woke up and I couldn't move my hand.
Well,
a ligament had shifted.
Yeah.
So it's really that, Freddie. It's nothing that really, carpal tunnel.
Can
or
you
anything
tell a
like that.
person is dehydrated just by looking at them?
I can suspect it. Yes.
Is he dehydrated?
I am.
Open your mouth.
I
A
would
little
have
bit.
too.
A little bit. Yeah.
I am dehydrated.
I know, because
don't
you're
drink it,
constantly
even though if I drink
playing, and you're
And what
constantly
is
playing.
what's the telltale sign for somebody to open your mouth? How you see it? Is it dark?
Oh, I
in
was just
there?
looking to see how dry your mouth was, and how pale your skin is.
See how dark your
What's up?
tongue turns.
Okay.
The darker the tongue, the more dehydrated you are.
And that's Allison. Do you wake up every morning? We do this whole girl thing. We look in the mirror and go, oh, we don't like this or this. She's like, oh, I think Dad's going to tell me I'm dehydrated today, too.
Oh, I'm the worst. I'm the one who gets probably the most IVs out of everyone.
You're smart.
Because you don't forget about, you run around and you're constantly going, like with us with children, we don't stop, we're taking from one activity to another activity. So we tend to forget. And in our minds we say, yeah, I drink a lot of water every day, but like Dr. Pillitary was saying, you actually don't. You tend to skimp out.
Or you're drinking caffeinated beverages, which dehydrate you, or alcohol, which dehydrates you. So, yeah, it's hard to keep up.
And you've got the compression boots also, you said?
Yes, we do. Compression boots are designed to prevent blood clots in your veins. People come to med spas to use the compression boots because it helps relieve your aches and pains in your legs. So it feels really good. It's like getting a massage starting from your feet and going up.
Does it help with like lymphatic drainage if you're like moving everything down?
Yeah, it does. But I'm not going to say it has like a long-term effect. You'd probably have to do it every day or so.
And what's nice too about the compression boots, our athletes love them because of the aches and pains. People that have a job that they do a lot of driving, especially in the world of marketing and healthcare and things that we do, there's a lot of folks that are constantly in the car, or people that are sitting at a desk all day long. You're just not getting that same circulation. So it is beneficial. Get the blood flowing, keep making things happen instead of just, staying stagnant.
That's right.
Every truck in America, come and see them.
We did. We had a client that comes with us that he's a truck driver, and that's exactly why, because he's so used to just sitting in the car and doing that. So it really does help, and like I said, it feels great.
Yeah.
And the sauna. It's a different type of sauna. It's an infrared sauna?
It's infrared, yeah. So infrared would have probably helped with wound healing as well, because it just helps cells repair themselves. So anytime you're exposed to like UV radiation or anything else that's damaging to your cells, the DNA gets damaged, and infrared actually helps the cells repair their own DNA. So what that really means is you have some muscle pain, the muscles tense. Infrared light helps the muscles kind of repair themselves, and then the muscles relax, and you come out feeling less pain. You feel like you can stand up straighter because your muscles aren't tensing and holding you down, and everyone has come out feeling so much better.
And then do they go for the IV afterwards?
Some people do, yes, because
we also have massage chairs. They can get the IV in as well.
True. Yeah, so if you're having like back pain or neck pain especially, and if you're pretty sure it's muscle related, the infrared sauna will help, the massage chair can help, and then IV hydration and Toradol can help.
Now I want to touch, because it's only fair, people write in, they ask me, an IV is something that goes in your vein.
Correct.
So people are, and they even today are still writing to me, that they're afraid to stick something in their vein with all the stuff that's going around. So can you give me some assurances that it's safe to do that?
Sure. We follow the same procedures that we would follow in the emergency room. So everything is done sterilely. It's done by an RN or an MD, and you're not the one putting in your own IV. We're doing it for you. Everything comes in a sterile package. We let you see everything that's going into your vein before it goes in, so you can see, here it is. This is where it's from. This is what it looks like.
What's also nice is that we have different ways, because people do come in and say, I'm scared to death of a needle.
Yes.
And even down to the point where they know that you need the IV so badly that they're willing to sacrifice maybe passing out for it. But there's different things that we do to try to help people get past that. One of the things is, if you do the sauna, you're actually warming up your veins, they're expanding. Drinking water before you come in, even though you're coming for fluids, that's still very important. We have heat packs and lidocaine. And just that helps take away that nervousness and ease. And what's really cool that I haven't shared with you yet is that we are just bringing on a young lady that's a master in Reiki. So what her role is going to be is not just doing Reiki independently, privately for a client, but if they're having a hard time getting that IV, that she will come, do some guided imagery, and help kind of make that process a little bit more peaceful and feel better about it.
Changes the experience. Now,
Right.
Doc is an ER doctor,
Yes.
and you administer the IVs?
Sometimes I do. I prefer the nurses do, but sometimes I do it
the
myself as
nurses.
well. Yes.
Okay, so there are professional people that do this.
Correct.
And the question here is, you go to the ER, if the doc says, get an ER in him, get an IV in him, and the nurse comes over and does it, it's the same transition that you're
Right.
doing here. So I just want you to understand, these ain't, it's not Freddie and Dawn gonna stick you with a.
Wow.
But it's glad that you
I'm
said that,
just
though,
saying
because
that.
there are places that they don't have
Yes.
qualified professionals doing these. And this is what's so important. They're actually, as legislature going on right now, to make them more regulated, to make sure that you're not owned by someone in another state and not here actually taking care of the patient or client, as we call them. So I think that's really important that almost everybody is going to meet Dr. Piliteri. Everyone knows it's always going to be an RN. And believe it or not, most of our RNs are actually emergency room nurses.
Yes.
So they can handle anything. I mean, it's great. And they can actually do a consult with someone to find out what's really going on. What are your symptoms? Not just, oh, do you think you need this? They'll sit down and have that conversation with you. Or Doc will do a consult privately,
Right.
just to make sure that you're getting exactly what you really need.
Right, yeah, because if
It's
I'm not there, I'm available by phone. So
Yeah,
I'm
well, it's
always
important
available.
because you have an option, like you make an appointment, you want to meet the doc
Right.
or
Right.
whatever. You feel better knowing that you're having the availability of having somebody, a group of people that have been in the ER. Now, you don't go to the ER and says, okay, I don't want this doctor, I want that doctor. No, I don't want that nurse, I want this other nurse. You don't do that.
No,
you
you
put
can't.
your trust that they're going to take care of you because you're not doing too well, and that's why you're
Right.
there. Same difference here.
And we do have nurses that people prefer. Everybody has their own touch, their own technique, where they have veins. And so we do have people that especially request, oh, I just want Dr. Piliteri, or I just want this nurse or that nurse, which is nice because I feel like you get that relationship with that person.
Yeah.
And you build that trust and you're willing to try new things
Right.
because you have that relationship.
Right.
And what's the injection for weight loss, or is it a weight loss IV?
So yeah, they're injections. We offer semaglutide and tirzepatide only after a face-to-face consultation with me. So you have to qualify for it. I have to make sure it's safe, or at least that the benefits outweigh the risks. And then we offer the injections weekly.
What are some of the risks of it?
So the risks in general are nausea, vomiting, constipation, abdominal pain, and if you sort of ignore the symptoms and keep taking it or keep increasing your doses, then you could actually end up in the ER requiring fluids and an overnight stay.
And that's what we do offer is for anyone that comes to us, because this is how important it is. I'm sure you've heard a lot of people are seeing on Facebook or different places where you can order these injections, and they're not necessarily being monitored by someone, and people are getting very, very sick. We've had folks that really want us to try to increase the dose. Hurry up, I want to lose weight quicker, faster. But that's not, because what's going to happen, as Dr. Pilateri said, is you're going to end up in the ER, and then we have to take you off of it. So we do offer fluids and Zofran without charge for people to come to us, because it's more important to be safe than not come to us and say, hey, listen, something's going on, or let's be proactive. So that's something we really pride ourselves in.
Exactly. I don't want to harm anybody, and if you are having side effects, I'd rather be able to see you myself and take care of you.
Well, with those side effects, I would think twice about doing it. But, when you do the treatment correctly, the IV, and you feel better, and you walk, or you run, or you work out, if you can move because you're feeling better, it's the same thing that happened with the patches, all of a sudden I can walk. And you do, and you will lose the weight.
Yeah.
A different way, and you
That's
don't have to
right.
go in that direction.
Injections are great too, just because sometimes it's a kickstart. Some people don't need to go up on a lot of doses. They just need something to get past that. We used to always make sure we ate everything on our plate because our parents said, they're starving people in another country and you have to finish every last bite. But we're still in that mentality that we still do that. So that's why it's great to be able to say, okay, this injection will tell you, okay, I'm full right now. I don't need to have everything. But you're right. But then eventually when you start getting in these habits, it's the habits that change your life. These injections aren't forever. These are to get you to make healthy choices and, maybe speak to a nutritionist or join a gym it's healthy habits.
And if I could respond to your comment, Freddie, the reason the benefits can outweigh these risks, as they are real risks, is there was just a study that showed that if you go from being overweight or obese, and then you take semaglutide or tirzepatide, but the study was with semaglutide, if you go down to a normal weight, that reduces your risk of heart disease by 20%. So it does have a lot of health benefits to lose weight, and then plus you'll have the energy and the confidence.
It's not people like me. It's people like you used to be in those pictures you showed me.
Listen, bad habits create bad choices.
True.
And it didn't take me 5 minutes to be at that weight. It took me almost me dying to be at that weight.
Oh.
So we stopped doing that. So I always go towards the side that if you can do something to make you feel better, do it that way. That's just me because of my past experience.
Sure.
There are other people that I try to get to do what I do, and they couldn't do it. They love candy, and diabetes is up at the 500 range, and they know who I'm talking about. You got to care about yourself as much as you care about your car, as much as you care about your pet. You got to care about yourself. So this gives you an opportunity to do that in a different number of ways, different ways of doing it.
And you also have CBD.
Yes, so we have a special CBD oil made just for us. It's 6,000 milligrams in an ounce. So it's very strong, it's very potent, and we know it works because we've tried it, as Ali mentioned.
Right, I had a huge surgery, and so I have a very long scar, and with some scars, you get that scar tissue, and that's the worst kind of pain sometimes, just that in itself, because it's a pulsating, terrible feeling. So I've been on the search for different types of oils, CBD, I've tried different lotions, things like that, and nothing seemed to relieve the pain. And then we came across a company that actually manufactures it here in the United States and solely for us. So it's not something, that's another thing. People are buying these products on Amazon, online. You don't know what you're getting. This is important to us because we have the lab analysis. So we know exactly what's in there and what we're giving to people. And it also infuses our essential oils, like our oxygen bar. So there's eucalyptus, mint, and all these other proven natural ingredients that help with pain and pain relief. So we're very proud of that, actually.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't go to Wawa and pick up your CBD oil.
Correct.
Right. I know people that do that.
How do people find your spa and get in touch with you?
The easiest way, I think, is to go to the website. It's ivsplash.com. And then our address is 6877 Southwest 18th Street, Suite H121. We're right next to Rafina's, a very popular Greek restaurant. And the phone number is on the screen, 561-672-1438. Call us anytime.
Check it out. Nice to know they're right in the neighborhood.
Splash.
Ivy Splash.
Get splashed.
Come get splashed.
Come get splashed. All right, more to come. Thank you so much for joining us, Allie and Dr. Ryan Pilateri.
Thank you for having us.
Check out Ivy Splash. Give them a call right on 18th Street on Powerline, right in that corner, right over there. Beautiful location. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we got to talk to Frank about his new book, and then we've got our astrologer in for our weekly, monthly update of what's going on in the planets. Planetary alignment or not. We'll see with Helen Archer in the house. More to come. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Do you want the opportunity to have a TV show or podcast? Now, at Amp Media Productions, you can host your very own visual broadcast anywhere around the world. With our talented group of creators, we will provide you with show elements, board operations, and any on-screen visuals you'd like to showcase. All you must do is log onto your computer and communicate with your viewers. Contact Amp Media Productions at 866-224-5422 or email hello@amp2.tv to start your own show today.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
What if this happened to you when you're alone? Or what if it happened here? With MedGuard Alert, you're never alone. You can connect with medical professionals anywhere, anytime. And now MedGuard is introducing our exclusive new Care Watch. If you need help quickly, use it from anywhere to contact medical professionals. No cell phone required. The Care Watch is not only a life-saving medical alert device, it's a revolutionary health monitoring system that checks your blood pressure, heart rate, oxygen saturation, and much more. And here's the best part. If you have Medicaid, you may qualify to get your Care Watch for free. The Care Watch is only available through MedGuard Alert. Call us right now. We have monitoring programs starting as low as $1 a day. The call is free, activation is free, shipping is free, and no contract is required. Remember, with Medicaid, you may qualify to get your Care Watch for free. Don't wait. Call us to get your Care Watch right now. Operators are standing by.
Love the Brooklyn Cafe? Don't miss out on some of the latest merch we have available. Need a new shirt? The Brooklyn Cafe has you covered. We have a variety of shirts in all sizes, ranging from the classic cafe shirt to the highly coveted colorful hot dog shirt. Need something for cold weather? Why not grab one of our cafe hoodies? Or you can snuggle up with one of our soft silk touch fabric blankets. The Brooklyn Cafe has everything you need, from clothing about the show to our signature coffee blends and mugs. Get it while supplies last.
Stephanie Jaffe is a world-renowned artist who creates one-of-a-kind pieces. Using a keen sense of color and composition, her vibrant collages and mosaics integrate eclectic elements such as vintage keepsakes and fine china with blown glass and fired clay to create whimsical arrangements. For more information about her work, come down to the Brooklyn Cafe TV studio or go to StephanieJaffeArt.com.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Thank you. Thank you.
Brian Pelletieri on the keyboard.
I know.
Like-
So you
like
get
nothing.
splashed and played at the same time.
I was just going by Bird Wheeling.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much. See, you never know what's going to happen here at the studio.
I can't believe you got him to play.
Me? Not me. It was Johnny's magic keyboard. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you.
You're welcome to stay, but I think you've got patience, but whatever works
Yes,
for you.
people need to get splashed.
People need to get splashed.
That's a nice way of saying that.
Yeah.
I like that.
All right, ready, Frank? You want to give us some insight into the latest
My new book?
edition, the new book, Third Eye Club.
That ends the sci-fi series that starts with Gabriel's Chalice. It takes place in the 37th century. The military-industrial complex decides they're going to try to produce the ultimate warrior with genetically altered humans, and they produce what in the Bible calls the Nephilim. They're giants. And the malignant, who is Satan, I call him malignant in my book, he decides it's time that he's going to get involved, and he spawns a son, and that son gets involved with that group, and he wants his son to become the new Messiah. And the archangels decide they need to get rid of this new Messiah because they don't want people to take Satan's son as the new Messiah. But factions start in the world, and there's a big split. A lot of people are accepting Satan as the new Messiah. So the archangels eliminate the threat, and everybody gets upset that we're following because they said, now you've killed our Messiah. And God the Father decides, well, time to cleanse the earth again, but this time he's not going to do it with a flood. So that's that book.
Wow.
But there's also a sub-story in there. There's a subplot in that book where also at the same time AI robots have become more human, in fact, almost human. And there's a love story that erupts between a human and a robot. So
This has to be the biggest book you've written, no?
yeah, I think so.
It is, because I'm looking at the others. You had a lot to put into this thing.
I had a lot to put in there.
Did that change as you were writing it?
No.
Were you growing, or you knew exactly what you
No.
wanted to do? All 400 and some odd
All
pages you knew?
413 pages.
Really?
Amazing.
It's kind of scary. It's a little scary.
So why, you notice I'm wearing, and
The third eye glasses.
Freddie's wearing the new eyeglasses, the 3-lensed third eye eyeglasses.
Right.
You call in today, if you call into the studio this week, buy my new book or any of my other books, while the supply lasts, you'll get a pair of these glasses. So,
Which is kind of cool.
I love them, right?
right.
It's funny because when we wear them, people look at us.
Like,
They don't
third
say
eye?
they don't say a word.
They don't say
They
a
just
word.
look at us.
The glasses were originally designed by Prince. So these are nothing new. So
Johnny, where are you, Johnny?
I think you might have stepped out.
When Johnny's on tour, I want him to wear the glasses. I think it's like an icebreaker for conversation.
But I have to ask Frank. I
protects
love
your third eye.
This is the third eye. This one I'm a little afraid. It's going to be a little dark, a little scary. But God always prevails in Frank's book. So as long as you know that, then we're good to we're good to go. He gave Frank a little blue filter over there. Red, blue. Wow! He's looking good. Josh, you ready to read this one?
And Josh designed the book cover. So he's also in the book, by the way. One of the characters' names is Josh. In the book.
Wow.
Is in the
Josh.
book?
How about
One of the
that?
characters' names is Josh. Yeah.
Pretty impressive.
I'm dying to find what kind of
Did you know that?
No, he just told me that today too.
That's very
what kind
cool.
of what kind of part does Josh play in the book?
He plays a TV host. Ex-hockey player, TV host.
It's like right up your alley.
Makes sense.
That's very cool.
Ex-hockey player.
That's very cool. Imagine the power of the pen.
How can people get the book?
You can buy it right here at the studio. Call in at 888-994-4995. And like I said, if you buy it while supply lasts, you'll get a pair of glasses. You can contact me this week also by email, frankarofolo@gmail.com. And I'll do that directly with you this week. And you don't want the glasses, you just go on Amazon, buy them on Amazon.
The 37th century.
37th century.
Imagine that. Lifetime. We think our lifetime now is a little bit messed up. You know, everyone that comes in says, oh, this is going to be a rough year. Oh, this is not going to be a good year. Imagine 37th century with these giants floating around.
Giants and robots that are almost human.
You know, now that you brought it up, yesterday there was a very intense meeting in here for almost 2 hours with Sally and Russell Johnson.
Yes.
Right, Russell Johnson. And he said something, and I was doing something on my phone. There was something going on, and I really didn't catch the whole thing. He said that there was aliens in Miami.
Yes.
Did you hear about
Yeah,
this?
there was it was New Year's Day or something at the Bayfront Park. They
What
had
was
shut down
it?
Bayfront Park, and they dispatched every Miami-Dade cop to Bayfront Park. Shut down the airport. They said it was because there was a fight between kids with sticks or something. I don't know. Why would they? But they only arrested 4 people.
Yeah, apparently they were alien sighted.
And
Everything.
there's videos out there where there was supposedly in the video 10-foot aliens at the Bayfront Park.
On the ground?
On the ground.
At the park?
At the park.
What do you think about that?
But better yet,
They're in Frank's book.
where are
Possible.
they? What happened to them?
The conspiracy theory states that they sort of went interdimensional, so they appeared and then disappeared and then reappeared and then left.
Be like
Because
Santa
the
Terra.
police said, no, that didn't happen. It was just kids that were rioting with sticks and firecrackers. But
And they shut down the airport for that?
they shut down the airport. They shut down power off, and every Miami-Dade police officer was dispatched to Bayfront Park. There was like 60 police cars there.
You heard about the aliens in Miami?
We're getting
You
images
put it
right
up.
now.
I know you had some images
Yeah,
that
so
we played a couple weeks
whether
ago.
it's-
Look at this.
Well, that's
That's everything.
All right, now what is that?
Now, what is that?
This is why I can't believe nothing anybody does. What the hell was that?
So supposedly they were about 10 feet high, those aliens.
That looked like 100 feet high.
Yeah, so I don't know.
It's interesting.
There's some
that-
videos out there that says that you see them, so I've seen the videos. It's kind of grainy. Who knows if it's fake? But
I saw a video last night in California. There was a black disc, and it was just hovering right there. There was a guy, and the guy put the phone on himself and says, listen, I'm here. I don't know what this is. And I saw that last night. I don't know if it's real, not real, because people are pretty good at making stuff up.
Yeah, but they were pretty good at, they walk among us also.
Yeah, look at him with the glasses on.
The different mutations of who we are and all of us being here. Do you think they're here with us?
I don't know. I see a guy that writes a lot of books about it in fiction and nonfiction form. I guess
But if
I
you
guess to have
read-
choice is the key. You got to
This
pick
isn't it.
what you believe.
But Xantha Terra, I think you have it over by you, talks about
Xantha Terra is right before this one. yeah.
right about the mutation of humans and another life form.
Right.
Well, I did some research yesterday after that conversation, and I found out that they have found 2 planets that can probably have life. It's 137 million light years away, which apparently is not far.
Well, the one planet is real close that they found. It's only 4 light years away. Proxima b.
Well, I heard about this and I read about it yesterday. I had also read that it's the gravitational pull, the way the Earth turns is the reason why there's life here. We are the only planet that circulates at this frequency. All the other ones are off. And the reason that we have this frequency, and again, it's what I read, is because some kind of meteor hit us and knocked the axis. And that's why it circulates this way. And it eventually is going to stop circulating. This is what I heard. Because why is it that you're here and you're here and you're here, and there's none of us here in Mars or anywhere else? what's the difference? And if you look at the circular motion of the planets, you'll see the difference.
What do you think,
That's
Frank?
possible, but the planet that they found 4 light years away, which is a similar planet to Earth, they have pictures from the Webb telescope that was taking on a dark side, where they have at the sunset or a dark side of that planet, and there are lights on the surface of the planet. So
like headlights,
like lights, like there's a civilization, like you would see a city at light from the sky.
That's
They
amazing.
found that on that planet. So they're not, and the planet's a water planet like here. It's called
Ever wonder why we're all
It's called
here?
Proxima B. It's in the Alpha Centauri solar system.
Ever wonder why we're all here? Like, what's the meaning and why we're here now, together?
Why we're here now?
Why we're here, like here, the meaning
Yeah,
of
but
life.
that's the
and-
difference, is that us as specimens have the ability of asking that.
Why?
Other animals, like a cat, doesn't ask why it's here. I don't think so.
And in my new book, we make contact with the people on Proxima B.
And you wrote this book when?
Last year.
It's pretty amazing how he does this.
It's a coincidence.
How Frank does this.
It's kind of scary the way he does it. But, you know, once again, here it is. Come
Here
and
it
get
is.
it. And this one's a big one. A lot of significance in this one for you?
It sort of wraps up that, it sort of strengthens the theory that mankind just doesn't have enough faith and keeps losing faith in God, and God finally says, well, here's my judgment. I did once before with the flood, and I said I wouldn't do it with the flood again, but I'm going to do it again, but he does it somewhat different this time.
Ever notice all those people that are at the top, the musicians, the football players, they always thank God first,
Because they're lucky enough to be in that position.
right? They always thank God. Even before they're going to Disney World, it's always about
You
a
know,
higher power.
It's funny, when I was looking back, when we went through COVID, New York City didn't have anybody walking in the streets. It looked like a bad movie. And it was actually happening. You know, we did not learn a damn thing from that. We continue to do all the bad things among ourselves and to each other, and we haven't changed. So, you know, you're right. How many shots are you going to get at making it right and doing the right thing, as opposed to doing what we're doing now? How many chances do you think you're going to have?
People keep trying and trying and trying. But the amazing thing is how Frank's books are always, like I had a dream the other night, remember that the cars are flying? It's like Frank's second book, The Tres Archangelis.
Maybe you're reading these books and you're dreaming.
Maybe, but I read that Frank's book last year, so it's possible. And I always think of Frank, I'm like, man, he did it again. You see the news, like, wow, he did it again. And how you hear things. So what's the next series after this one?
Next
What-
series?
or the next book
Well, my
that's
next
coming
book is
out?
going to be my next book is going to be the extension of my murder mystery series. It's going to be called, the next book is going to be called The COVID Murders. So it takes place during COVID.
Wow.
So it's in New York City. So
Talk about
Jack Stenhouse resigns in the last book. In Operation Retribution, he resigns from the police force. So in the next 3 books, he's a PI. In COVID Murders, he's a PI. His wife's business isn't doing well because of the COVID, had to shut down. Doesn't have any cases because of COVID, so they're hurting a little bit. And he gets a call from the inspector, the first precinct that he used to be at, and they called him in, and they're hiring him as a temporary basis to be a detective because of all the sickness. They're short people, so he gets called back. He takes the job because he needs the money, so he gets called back. And there's a serial killer just killing COVID patients, and he has to find the killer.
Interesting.
No, it never ends. It never ends. You know, you think that, and again, it takes artists to do this. It's what Russell was talking about. There's got to be a reason why these things keep happening And there's always somebody left to write the story. You know, and the Bible serves as that purpose as well. Torah serves that purpose as well. And whatever other religious book that has been deemed that way to tell the story, how you interpret it. And there are things we have to do to change. You know, and there's nothing else to say about that anymore.
You got to believe. You got to keep the faith.
Got to try, as they say.
You too, Sunshine.
No, listen, I created this platform. It's funny because I'm moving and I showed my first banner. It was called the Freddie Fixer Show. And the reason that I did the Freddie Fixer Show was exactly what Frank is talking about. It's to give people an opportunity to say, you know, we got to fix what's not right in our world. But this is going back 18 years ago. And so I have a lot of faith. Sometimes I don't have faith in man. Sorry. It's just the truth. I don't think that man can be trusted sometimes among themselves and with others. It's just my belief. I'm entitled. Might not be right, but I'm entitled.
But in Frank's book, you know, you read them and you'll just be amazed by the stories. And you can always start with the Memoir of a Soldier of Mary and the Archangels. This one, a little bit about Frank's life story and the Virgin Mary that adorns our lobby. I cleaned the floor around her this morning. I figured she needed...
Did it move back?
I didn't move her. I just cleaned the floor.
I know, but is it back in its place?
I don't know. She seems to be where she wants to be, so we're going to let her be in peace.
Gonna do an outline.
We're going to let her be in peace of where she is. But it's pretty amazing, the blessings here in the studio that we get to witness every day on who comes in, the stories that we hear, the people that come together. And again, no coincidences that Helen's here as we talk about what's happening in our world and planet. She's going to give us a whole guide to all of the astrological signs.
She's going to tighten it up.
Right?
I'm afraid to ask.
All right, Josh, you're going to read this one. I saw Frank gave you a signed copy. I saw that on social media, which is really cool.
You got a part in the book and everything else. It must be good to be the king.
I don't know if this is open.
Should be.
A3. If you want any more book covers, album covers, any design covers, anything to be designed at all, just go to martinart.net.
Or contact us here at the studio. We'll get you in touch with, he goes by a few names, Jonathan, Josh.
And I put his contact information in the book, so it's listed there also.
That's great.
Oh. Perfect.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Oh, sweet. Okay. There we go.
Very nice. All right, you can get all of Frank's books here or on Amazon or on his website at frankarufola.com. We've got a new commercial coming out that Zachary's working on to spotlight this book and all of Frank's other books and how to get them.
New commercial on this bank as well, too.
All right, new commercial coming out on this bank. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk to Helen, see what the stars and the planets have in store. I'm afraid between Frank and Helen, I think
They blow up the roof.
on this one. More to come on the other side of this break, and we'll be right back.
Breaking news, aliens have finally made contact with.
Welcome to the AMP Media Studios here in beautiful downtown Boca Raton.
In conjunction with True Oldies Radio South Florida, AMP Media Productions is here to help amplify your impact in business and to bring greater awareness to our community. Give us a call, 866-224-5422. We'll see you soon at the cafe.
And like I always say, come on down and visit us and don't be late.
No.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, your family, your business, your peace of mind, you need reliable fire protection. Introducing All Fire Extinguisher Depot, Fire Extinguisher Service. Our certified technicians ensure your extinguishers are always ready to respond to emergencies. Before and after, we leave your fire safety in top-notch condition. Join the many satisfied clients who trust All Fire Extinguisher Depot for fire extinguisher service. Because when it comes to fire safety, there's no compromise. Contact All Fire Extinguisher Depot at 786-704-2750 to get your extinguisher service today. Your safety is our priority. That's at 786-704-2750. All Fire Extinguisher Depot, protecting what matters.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. I am so glad today we got an early start. Where are we headed anyway?
Who knows?
wherever this glorious day takes us. And we'll take Don Pablo along too. Rich and flavorful with low acidity and notes of caramel. No matter where you're going or where you end up, Don Pablo never disappoints.
Excuse me, is that Don Pablo coffee?
Sure is.
Do you have any more?
Sure do.
Baby, hop in.
No matter where life takes you, Don Pablo Coffee is always there to pick you up.
Hey Kaylee, what's up?
Hey, nothing, what's up?
Nothing, just looking for music for Grandpa I listen to while we're in the car.
What's wrong with listen to now?
Let's just say we have different tastes, you know?
Why don't you try listen to a podcast on Spotify?
Like which one?
The Broken Cafe Studio one is really good.
Okay, I'll try that one out, thanks.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought.
This is Smoke Barbecue. We're located in Fort Lauderdale at 3351 Northeast 32nd Street, Fort Lauderdale 33308. Our website is www.eatsmokebbq.com. It's EATSMOKEBBQ.com. You can order online. We also do catering for 10 to 10,000.
If you are looking to bring your family out to an incredible food venue, this is the place. We're at Smoke Barbecue in East Fort Lauderdale. Everything is amazing. If you can see their faces on our crew and the amount of food that they have taken down in about 15 minutes is absolutely unbelievable.
And we're still going. I can't talk amazing.
And everything is coming. So here, let's eat.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
You're gonna tell me not to use Anchor. I gotta get a tambourine to play when he plays.
I thought you were going to say I have to get some more ribs with Smoke Barbecue.
See that? That's a cowbell. Is
Oh,
that a
very
cowbell?
nice.
Before we go on to the next segment, I wanted to ask Frank real quick about his show on Thursday. The airs here as well, because I know we're looking for sponsors and people to get involved in the show. It's a good show. Why don't you give us a quick synopsis of the show?
Yeah, we have different artists from the various types of artists in the industry, either visual, communicative, or written arts. We have artists, writers, actors, producers, directors, front of the camera, behind the camera. And we interview them twice a month in a half-hour show. This Thursday, we're going to have Steve Avi Aronson. He's a local violinist.
Oh, very nice.
And he's going to play. So
Nice.
he's very good. So he's going to be our guest this Thursday. And in 2 weeks, we have Sharon Pfeiffer is going to be on. She's an actress and a little crazy person. She's going to be on.
Sharon was one of our first guests 8 years ago up at iHeart. Remember?
And then she was here for another show on Friday night.
The
And she was here. I think she was at one of the.
She was on for Six Boroughs. She was on for
Six Borough
Denise.
show. Yeah, she's great.
But before all those people, before all of them, I met Sharon 10 years ago.
Where?
And then we met her. I met her at Beasley, and then
Oh,
you
okay.
met her at iHeart. And then Sharon went on to, she was in the movies and everything else that she does.
So, and we're looking for sponsors. So we're hoping we can go weekly. We're looking for sponsors on the show. So for as little as $75, you can probably get your name on the show. Contact us on our website, which is floatartsnetwork.org. And we're a 501c3.
And it's a great show, and Rich is a whole lot of fun, but to spotlight the arts, and they've always got great people. Last week you had Alex Moreno on. And he put an event together, and at this great event, he was able to come up with some grant money to help fund some of his projects, which is amazing.
Yeah.
He found a benefactor there. So it's really nice. He came outside to see me that day. He goes, I got to tell you something. He says, we got a benefactor from that event. So, you know, when people put things forward and it works out in a positive way, it's always really, again, restores your faith in mankind and humanity when other people help others for good causes.
The Artist Loft is now booked through July. So
wow, nice.
That's why we're hoping it would go weekly. We get more people on because we got more people want to go on, but they don't want to. They can't say on. It's too far in advance. They can't book it that far in advance. So.
Now we have an event March 21st.
March 21st.
Which is a Thursday.
At Sunscape Boca Raton. I don't know where it falls in the schedule, but yes.
It's a Thursday.
I know that. I mean, I don't know who's Thursday night, where it is on the schedule, but yes.
Oh, that's right, because we had different.
It's either Frank or Gypsy Soul. We'll have to look and see. But either way.
Are you scheduled for the 21st of March? Do you know?
Let me look.
We'll look and see. But either way, I'm hoping Frank can be there with his books, and he can have a table.
That's why I brought it up.
Of books.
Yeah.
And then maybe Mr. Melnick, if he's free on a Thursday night, would like to come play keyboard.
21st?
Yes, March 21st. Because now you're a host now of your own show.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do that now. So I'm a host.
You have a show on 21st.
So
you have a
you're
show.
At Sunscape Boca with us.
So you're going to do it like you did the other time?
If you want, we can.
No.
We have somebody there. We have somebody that's already scheduled. We can tell them to go there.
Yes.
21st, we have a show.
Great. So
Perfect.
we'll do the show there, and then Frank can have a table of all his books.
Exactly. They want to do. It was such a success the last time. They want to do it again. I think you were there. You did a show from there.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
So we'll do that again, which was great. All right, ready to talk to Helen?
The 21st. Remember, mark it down. I'm going to bring it up tomorrow. Let's go to Helen.
I'm going to talk to Helen Archer. I hope you're feeling better. She was our astrologist extraordinaire.
So March 21st is right around the time of the vernal equinox, when the sun enters Aries.
Let me see if your mic's on. You have a green light on there?
How do I put it on?
Chelsea, can you help Helen? Make sure that light's on.
Oh, here it is. Yeah. Sorry about that. March 21st is actually right around the vernal equinox, which is when the sun enters Aries, which is great for science fiction.
I guess you're going to write another book, Frank.
Yeah.
You're going to see another Martian.
The other good thing about March 21st is that is around the time when Mercury and Venus go into Pisces, which is very good for all Pisceans.
So March 21st is my coming out party?
Yeah.
Because my birthday's on the 19th. I can't believe I'm having another birthday.
You're going to have a great birthday. You have Venus in your sign, you'll have Mercury in your sign, and you'll have Saturn in your sign. So you'll be moving ahead, and your popularity will increase.
Will I have cabbage in my future?
Cabbage?
Maybe.
Cabbage. Scratchy, scratchy.
Oh, I was going to say, yeah, St. Patty's Day's in March, too.
No, that's just
You'll have
drinky,
lots of
drinky.
cabbage.
That has no cabbage, just
Okay.
drinky. Now, I want to ask a generalized question, but a specific answer. There's a lot of bad stuff going on around us right now for the whole world. A lot of wars, a lot of people hating, more hate than anything else. The political arena, it's a mess. Is there a silver lining to this mess that we're going through? Is this going to work out?
You know, let's take it back to the Revolutionary War and all the taxes and overreach of the English monarch on the colonists. The same thing with like the French monarchy on the French people, and they all rose up and rebelled. So what's happening is, as Pluto was in Capricorn for 16 years, the plutocracy in government just increased and increased, and has taken away people's freedoms, and so people are rebelling, like they did, you know, pre-revolutionary times.
So you think all of this right now is people rebelling, or
they're starting to rebel? So Pluto has entered Aquarius, which is where it was just right around the Revolutionary War and afterwards when we were actually fighting the war. So it's come back around. And so last year it went into Aquarius for a few months, just 1 or 2 degrees, and then it retrograded back into Capricorn. So government was even more government was even more intrusive in our lives. And now it's gotten to the point where Pluto is back in Aquarius, but only for a couple degrees. And it's going to retrograde back in Capricorn, and it'll be in Capricorn about September to December. But next year, it's going to have the full Aquarius cycle, which I think is about 18 or 20 years, till I think 2044. And during that time, people are just going to throw off all the oppression, all the dictators, and it'll be equality and freedom for all. Not to mention all the, new developments and technology, and we're hearing about it day to day, about all the new developments that are coming out.
So
I think in the long run it'll be good, but we have to throw off the oppressors first.
And you wanted to go through all the signs today.
I would like to touch on all the signs and do the Zodiac Love Guide. But before we do that, I would just like to say that all the planets, Mercury and Venus right now are in Capricorn. And they're positive with Jupiter in Taurus and positive with Saturn in Pisces. So for the next couple weeks, till they change to Aquarius, we have a good financial cycle, which is why I said get your business plans ready and present them hopefully within the next couple of weeks.
Thursday it is.
And then when Jupiter goes into Gemini in May, that'll be the time for marketing and public relations and reaching a wider audience. So now is like, the back room, the back burner, things are behind the scenes, but we're working feverishly in order to bring out our product, our brand, our ideas.
So the time is now. No wonder why you had that meeting for Thursday.
Just serendipitously happened that way.
Yeah, serendipitously.
It just happened because circumstances brought it.
So Johnny, you're starting your show at a good time.
The best time. 3 o'clock.
He's a man of few words.
Man of many words.
The journey of 1,000 miles begins
The best
with the first
time,
step.
3 o'clock. So Helen, I have to ask you, things have been a little bit funky financially and commitment-wise, and people are just, they want it, but no one wants to invest in themselves. They're all a little bit scattered. Is this the time we can hone in on some positivity?
I think so. I think people are more focused, especially with Capricorn. People are into business. Jupiter and Uranus are together, so the ideas have to be innovative. They have to be unique, and they have to be oriented towards the future, which is what Uranus rules. But yes, things have been a little unsettled. And Pluto going into Aquarius is emphasizing that. So we have to find the right direction. We have to focus our energies, channel our energies, and put them in the right direction.
See, again, your positive direction song. I feel like
positive direction.
Helen is like bringing all these pieces together, and Frank's like, I'm a Capricorn.
There you go. Capricorn's got it. And this is probably something that, you've been working on for many, many years, like over a decade. So now it's finally coming to fruition.
Good.
And Johnny,
Well, that's good
positive
news.
direction. That's all good news.
Johnny, what's your sign?
I'm Pisces.
Okay.
So
am I.
Pisces, is a sign of creativity, artistic creativity. Michelangelo was a Pisces. It's also the sign of musical ability. So with Saturn in Pisces, people are creating, and they're using their experience and things that they've learned over the last 30 years to bring out a new product, to bring more intensity and emotion into their creative work. So Venus will be entering Pisces sometime around, as I said, the middle of March. And so that is a real boost to Pisces creative energies, and it will increase your popularity, and it's also good for your romance and love life. Whenever Venus goes into your sign, then you develop new friendships grow, and your social popularity increases also.
Look, you got him all excited. Look at him. The man of many words, mumbles over there. He woke up. Look at him.
I got to stay alive for the next month.
You
Actually,
and Freddie can go.
Actually, Johnny, at our last show that you played, there was some female asked, "Can we try again?" And I was going to ask you. I almost called you and said, "What does that mean?"
Can we?
Must have been one of your exes.
One of your female friends says, Johnny, I'm glad to see you back. Can we try again?
Try what?
I have no idea.
It takes us back to the beginning of the show.
Well, we can try to try.
She seemed to know you very well.
Oh, that's interesting.
Time to put it all together. All right. So where do you want to start? Which is
Well, right now we're in Aquarius season. So Aquarius is an air sign. Gemini and Libra are also air signs. And so these signs are highlighted. Now, air signs, when it comes to romance, they like intellectual compatibility. They like people. They like to converse with people. They like to have a lot of friends. Libra likes to entertain friends. Aquarius likes to join groups and make new friends and acquaintances. And Gemini likes to communicate, and they're on the phone, they're writing, they're talking, they're doing. And so all of these signs are now energized by air. As soon as Venus goes into Aquarius, which will be in another week and a half, and Mercury will be going into Aquarius, these three signs are going to benefit through romance, through friendships, and also financially.
Those are the air signs.
Those are the air signs.
Okay.
Then after the air signs, we go to the sign Pisces. Pisces is a water sign. The water signs rule emotions. They rule intuition and all types of psychic ability, as well as I said just recently, creativity. So Venus and Mercury will go into Pisces around the middle of March, and this is going to be a 30-day popularity cycle for Pisceans, for them to get out. And Pisceans have a tendency to want to be alone, so they can brood, and they can get negative, and they can imagine disasters that aren't going to happen. And this is the wrong thing to do.
Sounds like you.
You have to avoid doing this. And this is true of all the other water signs too, like Cancer, that feeds on negative energy. And Scorpio's a little different, but Scorpio is like the battlefield of life. They're always trying to find a controversy they want to control. So the water signs need to lighten up when it comes to emotions, because a lot of people cannot reach the depth of emotions that they have. So they become frustrated in relationships. So the best thing to do for water signs is to find somebody that's affectionate and sexual and emotionally compatible, but to realize they can't be there all the time. They can't dance attendance on you all the time. And if they don't take it personally.
Well, what do you want me to take it on personally?
It's like when he comes in every morning, he's like, Dawn.
Don't take it personally, you know. Enjoy, just if you have energies that you feel aren't fulfilled, if you have emotions that you feel aren't matched, put your energies into creative endeavors.
But
and you all have creative
But,
talents.
but you know, the bottom line is that sometimes we search and we search and we search. So we have to settle, right? We love that word. See, she's a Pisces. She don't settle either.
We all have to settle.
Johnny,
really.
you settle?
Do I what?
Do you ever settle?
Settle?
Yes.
Well, I've settled for a long time in my life, but I had other responsibilities. But generally, no.
Thank you.
Sounds like he has a little Aries in the chart. Now, the main
Funny
thing is,
thing is, you should say that because I run into Aries all the time.
When's your birthday?
and you're compatible with Aries?
Do not click.
You don't click with Aries.
But yet I'm always running into them.
When's your birthday?
February 23rd.
But you're right there.
You're on the cusp.
Close to.
So the thing is, no chart is the sun sign chart. While we discuss, romance or finances or whatever based on a sun sign, it's really all the planets in your chart and the combination of them and their degrees of distance together or apart that make up the whole person. So if a Pisces says, oh, I'm always meeting Aries, well, chances are that Venus or Mercury or maybe even Mars are in Aries in your chart. So you'll relate to an Aries. If you have Mars in Aries, you'll relate to them, you'll have energy with them, but it won't always turn out well. Whereas if you have Mercury and Venus, it usually becomes a better friendship or relationship, mutually beneficial.
So Michelle and I, she's a Pisces, I'm a Pisces. So her chart might be different from mine, even though we're all born under the same sign?
Yes, because the year makes the difference. And the difference is that the sun goes around the zodiac in exactly a year. So it's in each sign 30 days every year at the same time.
Gotcha.
So we can say you were born on February 23rd, you're a Pisces. You were born on, March 19th, you're probably an Aries. But the other planets, like especially Mars, it takes 18 months to go around the zodiac. So it's in your sign about 6 weeks. Jupiter is in a sign for a year. It takes 12 years to go around the zodiac, and Saturn takes 28 to 30. So it's the combination of these planets that are at different rates of orbit that make up your personal horoscope, the time, place, when and date that you were born. And so that combination won't repeat for another 25,920 years, which is called a polar day.
And you thought when your mom gave birth to you, it was really simple. Boop, out you are now. All these things have to line up and planets. And
So when do people go in their Saturn return? Does everyone go in at 30 years later, or 28 years later?
Yes, because at the time you were born, say your Saturn was in Pisces at the time you were born. So now Saturn has come back to Pisces. It's been in there about a year. Has come back to Pisces and it's an irregular orbit. So sometimes it takes 28 years, sometimes it takes up to 32 years, but it's going to come back to the place when you were born in that amount of time. It's the same thing with Jupiter. It's going to come back to the place where it was when you were born every 12 years. So you're going to have a Jupiter return, which is a lucky cycle. The Saturn return is a little more difficult. The Saturn return is, you're rewarded for hard work, you're rewarded for diligence, and you're rewarded for your experience. But Saturn is the school of hard knocks. So some of your experiences, especially the ones that are challenging, help you grow. And so when you have a Saturn cycle, you mature. You give up some of the things that no longer fit, which is hard at first because it's like a withdrawal. And you wonder, what's going on? I don't relate to these people. I can't stand this job anymore. My life is changing and I have no control over it, but all of it makes you adapt and grow. So you become more mature.
What's the next sign, Aries?
After Pisces? Yes. So the next sign is Aries, which is a fire sign. Now, fire is energy, fire is enthusiasm, fire is exuberance, fire is robust health, and fire is ambition. So ambition fires us, and we use our energies to move ahead. The only problem that Aries have, and some of the fire signs too, which are Sagittarius and Leo, is that they start projects and don't always finish them. Leo has more of a tendency, because it's a fixed sign, to finish them. But Aries and Sagittarius need other people to help them complete their vision. They have mental energy, they have visions, but they need the people who can handle the details to finish off the project.
Truth. That's me.
Now, in romance, they're like a shining star. It shines bright and then it fizzles out. So Aries needs to have somebody who's energetic, enthusiastic, who can keep up with them and who can adapt to all their changing projects and viewpoints and ideas. Sagittarius gets bored with people, so it has to be somebody who's multifaceted to keep them constantly entertained. Sagittarius is also a very generous sign, a very outgoing sign, so they need a partner who understands their need for independence. Sagittarius is don't fence me in. As far as Leo is concerned, Leo is a fixed sign, and Leo expects everybody to come to him or her.
Who's a Leo in here?
We've got a lot of Virgos.
You passed Capricorn?
Capricorn is good for you.
Capricorn was in a good financial cycle and popularity cycle
This
right
is
now.
this is your time.
You got 2 weeks.
2 weeks. You're gonna be Moneyball.
I feel like it.
It's perfect time for Frank to bring out his book. Yeah, 2 weeks.
And what do we got? A lot of Virgos?
We got a lot
in
of
Virgo.
Virgos.
Now, Virgo and Capricorn and Taurus are the earth signs. Now, the earth signs are more materialistic. They are like, I want what I can see. I don't really believe in something that's in the air. I need concrete evidence. And also, I want to make good investments. My home, my family, my material assets are important to me. And so when it comes to romance, the earth signs have a tendency to be with somebody because of status, because of finances.
The Virgo is in that grouping?
Virgo is in that group. So they're very tolerant, they're very gentle, they're very earthy, but you need to bring something to the table to excite them and engage them.
Wow. It's very interesting.
We have a lot of Virgos in here.
Yes.
Virgos are great. Virgos do the detail work. Virgos are somebody you can depend on.
Sure.
And they're reliable, yeah.
They're reliable. Some of them, most of them
I
are
think it's
reliable.
Josh, Casey, and Zach, maybe?
They're technical. They're ruled by Mercury, just like Gemini, so they're technoids.
Isn't that funny? We have a lot of Virgos in here.
Right. Because
That
they
would make
pay
sense.
attention to detail and they're also creative in a technical way.
What sign are you?
Aries. I got ideas, but I need people to help me bring them to fruition because
Well, don't worry about
then I
it.
got another idea. And then I got to take that idea to fruition.
Well, don't worry about it. I can't find nobody to play nice in the sandbox with me.
With you? Yeah. It's because you're...
We're in the deep end of the
that's
pool.
because you're
We
always in that
drown
negative
everybody.
energy.
It's not negative. It's just too much fluid.
It's too deep emotionally.
Too deep. Very emotional. See, you're very emotional.
Now, the other thing with Pisces, though, is they're very sensitive.
Very. Ouch.
They don't like criticism. They take
I
it
hate it.
personally, and
yes, it's war.
And then they get mad and resentful.
Yes.
And all of that, you know, and that leads to depression. So Pisces is a sign
For
that has
them,
to
not for
constantly be
us.
bumped up, constantly be made positive. You constantly bring them up from because it's the ocean. You got to bring them up to positivity, to the sunlight.
12 divorces. That's what happens to us. What? What was that?
It's on the money.
On the money,
On
she
the money.
says.
You get angry easily.
I fight to be positive.
At least you stay positive. This one over
I
here.
fight to be
He'd
positive,
wallow
yeah.
in negativity if we let him.
Well, you know, it happens, but you got to fight against it.
That's
part
right,
of the-
but
it's
it
part of
takes
the-
maturity
I
to
don't
learn to
wallow
fight
in
against it.
negativity.
That's great.
Stop it. I'm going to be angry. Grace. March 19th. When is yours? So you're a Pisces? No.
Yes.
Is she? Oh. Well, that's right. You're right smack in the middle of it.
She's got that sensuality around her. You know, there's a sensuality around
That's
the
what
water
you are.
signs.
They call him sensual.
Pisces and Scorpio especially has the deep sensuality, and Pisces and Cancer. Now, Cancer is another thing altogether. Cancer is the mother. Cancer is mothering. Cancer can be smothering, but Cancer is another emotional sign. But they do a lot of good for a lot of people, and they're healers.
What's Chris?
I don't know, August 22nd. I don't know what that is.
Leo?
That's Virgo.
Oh, Virgo.
Virgo. She's detail-oriented for sure.
That's why, look at this book, 430 pages.
So that's right on the cusp with Leo. Leo is very creative. Leo is very focused and determined. And Virgo does the details. So he thinks the Leo side of him thinks about what the concept is, and Virgo writes it down from beginning to end. So
Well, I'm
it's a good
Capricorn, but I'm
combination.
on the cusp with Aquarius.
You're on the cusp
Yeah,
with
because my
Aquarius.
birth date is the 19th. I think Aquarius starts on the 20th, right?
So yeah, well, it depends on the year, but yeah, Aquarius is the future. Aquarius is science fiction.
What's your sign, Capricorn?
I'm on the 19th. So
But
I'm
you
on
were
the
premature, weren't you?
And I was premature. I was supposed to be born on March 14th.
Everybody's born when the
You're
time
the
is right.
19th.
And you're the 19th? You guys were born at the same day.
January?
Yep.
Yeah, different years.
Honest?
Yep.
Money ball.
What a connection. Let's get that money flowing.
I knew I like Frank.
Now, since you're on the cusp, you are now experiencing the energies of Pluto, which is global. Pluto means you can go global. Pluto means that your inventive and creative ideas and your technological ideas are now becoming popular are now is the right time for them because you're always in the future. And one thing that you can do that's the best is you can guess future trends. You understand people. You're cosmopolitan. You can get along with all different kinds of people.
What's Geo, the 31st of January? What's January 31st?
That's Aquarius.
He's Aquarius, just like my brother.
What's
He makes
Freddie?
a lot.
He's
Freddie's the
Aquarius, too.
23rd?
He's like the 12th of February, right?
No, 23rd.
February.
February.
So we
23rd.
have Aquarius and Virgo combinations in this studio. So that's a very, very good thing. We have air, which is the intellect, the vision, and Aries too, the ideas. And then Virgo puts it all together. Virgo finds a way to make it happen.
What about Gemini? That's Paxton.
Gemini is broadcasting. Gemini is communication, broadcasting, travel, gadgets, the neighborhood,
That's Paxton.
the civic or organization. That is all ruled by Gemini. So Geminis are, the energy flows to the tongue.
Wow.
They're good
That's
talkers.
her. And what's C square? What is her birthday?
I know where Chelsea is.
Chelsea, where are you?
Aquarius. So we discussed Aquarius, Aquarius and Virgo energies here. So there are
Just like
ideas
my
here are progressive.
And Grace is Aquarius also.
Is she?
Her birthday's on the 12th.
There's
This
a
month.
little snooky to that sign. My brother was in Aquarius.
Oh my gosh. And Helen, you're available for private, do you do charts or readings? Or is it the same?
Well, in order to do a reading, you have to do the chart.
And what do you need to know from people?
Just
For the chart?
basically, you know, their date of birth, so I can plot the planets when they were born. If they know the time, then I can figure out the rising sign, and also the place, because we have to bring everything back to Greenwich Mean Time in order to calculate the rising sign, which all nowadays is all done by computerized programs. We used to have to do it, you know, by hand.
By hand, right?
Yeah.
Very cool. Wow. Planetary alignment. So how do he and I get along? Ha!
You guys get along great. Because you have Scorpio in your chart. You have Neptune, and I know it's another planet in Scorpio, which is a water sign, so you're very compatible with
I'm
other
just
water signs.
deaf. I don't listen. I don't hear.
Yes, you do.
I hear nothing. And this, I completely gone from 8 years of you screaming at me.
Now,
It's
in
like
order
you're
Hey, your
to
friend gets that joke.
in order to actually figure out the compatibility of two people in any kind of relationship, whether it's a business relationship or a romantic relationship or like a family relationship, we have to take the horoscope and the position of the planets of person A, and then we match them to the planets of person B, and we see where the connections are.
I
You
see.
could open a matchmaking business that way.
You could do matchmaking like that and probably have a lot more compatibility and success.
You know,
How do you like that?
we should have her be part of the Keys of Love show.
I was thinking about that.
You were? Well, why didn't you say it?
So I figured I'd wait for you to come up with that one.
Ah, the Keys of Love show. I think it'll be a trip on that show with her. You can bring in people and see what's compatible and what's not.
Absolutely. It's like a whole algorithm based on when you were born and your sign and what planet you have in alignment.
That's right. I kind of like that.
Wow. How do people reach you?
I have a Facebook group called Cosmic Astrology Society, and you can reach me there. I post my predictions there, and I hope you'll join my group.
It's a whole lot of fun.
A whole
I
lot
gotta
of
tell
good
you,
stuff.
right?
Yeah, it is. It's kind of scary though.
Why? Now's the time. You
Because
gotta
I
do
can't find
something.
nobody to swim with me. They all drown. Well, I'm doing the backstroke.
You got a couple Pisces here that can swim with you for a couple weeks.
Well, Michelle and I get along because she's as stubborn as I am.
How's
Right?
Michelle, how are you? I know you don't have a mic over there. You good? We haven't seen her
She's
in a
been
long
very
time.
busy,
Yeah.
successful and very busy.
That's what it's all about.
It is.
Helen says now's the time to get our finances in place.
Yes, and also, like I said, Pisces is benefiting from all the experience, and now they're benefiting, and they're being rewarded for their hard work and effort. Saturn always rewards you for your hard work and effort, whereas Jupiter just throws you benefits, but throwing you the benefits doesn't always build the character that Saturn does.
Good stuff for you, Michelle. See, you walk in here, you get good news. I know, it's great. Isn't that nice?
Perfect. All right. Thank you so much.
My
Helen's going to be
pleasure.
joining us, I think, on Tuesdays. And more to come with that. Next week, we've got Tabling Tuesday. I think we're going to send Josh and... Are we going?
Josh said he's not going without us.
Without us? All right, then we'll have to... I guess we're going to be there next
You
Tuesday.
have to make a token appearance.
Okay.
Also, I wanted to say about those glasses with the third...
With the third eye?
The third eye, you know, that's like a very spiritual point. So when people are meditating
Nice catch.
and they want to improve their life and get guidance, they need to focus on the third eye.
This is why when you go out in the sun, we want you to shade your third eye so you don't get it sunburned. You know, I see clear with this. Where'd you go? Third Eye Club.
Third Eye
Get
Club.
yours while supplies last.
You can get all of Frank's books here at the Studio Sign Books or on Amazon. You put in your new commercial for us? Yeah. Are they going to play it? And you can reach Helen at the
Cosmic Astrology
Cosmic
Society.
Astrology Society. It's a whole mouthful, but wow, it's pretty powerful. She doesn't even need the time that I was born.
That's because you don't know what day or time. She doesn't know if she was born on that day. They don't have no birth certificate for her.
I got to get one.
You can't.
I can. I can write to the state of New York and
And
get
they're
one.
going to ask you, guess, because they don't know either. They weren't there.
No,
you don't know what time you were born or when
I
you
think
were
I have
born?
an idea
No.
of what time.
And her
I know
parents
where
don't
I'm
either.
born.
And her father was a baby doctor. And he don't know. If he don't know, ain't nobody going to
And
know.
then your mom doesn't know either?
We kind of know. Kind of like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Huh?
I don't have one.
Wait a minute.
Vital records in New York and get
I'm
it.
going to get you even another feather to this flock of gulls. She has no fingerprints. Tell
But
her.
I was born on Good Friday.
No. Hold on. Come on, we got a minute. Tell them about the fingerprint story.
I have them. They're just not readable. I must have them. I'm here in a human being form.
What
They're
did
just not
the
readable.
TDA tell you?
Clear told me they were unrecognizable. So then when you go through Clear, they have to use my eyes because my fingerprints don't really exist. I can't go to Disney World either, by the way, because it doesn't work on that either. I
So
always have to get a
her
special
fingerprints,
pass to get in.
her fingerprints are not noticeable, meaning she doesn't have any. As far as they're concerned, they look at the retina. And then you say they walk among us. That's all I got to say. Nothing more.
Or old. I don't know.
Maybe she shriveled up and the fingerprints disappeared. Who knows?
She's got a huge future in crime.
The words
You know,
right
I
out
wish
of
you
her mouth.
hadn't said that, because if you find my body here, there won't be no fingerprints on it.
Oh man, you guys are too much. Is all I can
True
say.
story.
True story.
You're the one that brought it up. I got no
But I can have
fingerprints.
Helen's looking at me. I'm going to have Helen do my chart.
As long as they don't take your fingerprints.
As long as they don't take my fingerprints, then we're good. All right, tune in today to the Song Studio, our first episode with Johnny Melnick. He's got a great guest joining us virtually, Grammy Award winner. That show's coming to you today at 3 o'clock, and then again on True Oldies tonight at 7 on 95.3, 96.9, and all along the southeast coast. And you can tune in on Thursday night to the Artist Loft with Frank and Rich. They've got a great guest, a violinist, joining us. And for more information on supporting their show, you can always reach us here or at Florida Arts Network and get all of that information. Ready to wrap this up?
Wrap it up.
All right. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay safe, be kind to each other, and we will see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
And don't be late.
South Florida, are you ready? Backed by popular demand, the True Oldies channel presents the 1-800-ALARM-ME Saturday Night Dance Fever. Live in concert, Tavares. The Tramps featuring Earl Young. Evelyn Champagne King. The legendary Blue Notes. George McRae. The Cover Girls. The Sugar Hill Gang. hosted by Denny Terrio. Saturday, March 23rd at Meisner Park Amphitheater in Boca Raton. It's the 1-800-ALARM-ME Saturday Night Dance Fever. Live in concert. Tickets on sale now at TrueOldiesFLA.com. Brought to you by 1-800-ALARM-ME, The Robes Law Group, North Star Memorial Gardens, and LifeGate Acupuncture.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Broken Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.